like we always do about this time. Suck shit.
My brother. You know, I was thinking.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, not good.
I grew up playing sports my whole life. In every sport and every game, there's rules. You go right to the rule book, basketball, travel, green the key, blah, blah, blah. But in every sport and game, there are unwritten rules, okay? For example, in baseball, you hit a home run, can't showboat, can't stand there. There's no touchdown dance when you hit a home run, unless you're from Dominican, they get down. But they do. In general, there's no showboating in baseball. You don't stare at it for 10 seconds. You know, shout out your lady in the stands. Because what they'll do is, the next dude up is getting hit by a pitch.
Ear hole.
Bow. Sometimes when you break unwritten rules, somebody else got to pay for it. Okay? So let me give you some real life examples. This happens Sundays a lot. NFL, you're at Buffalo Wild Wings, you see a dude with his lady, she's supposed to be going to the bathroom. She walks by a group of dudes that's Raider fans, and she like, fuck the Raiders, I'm a Charger fan. Right? Now, this is an unwritten rule, because the man sitting at the table, drinking his beer and eating his wings, all innocent, he gonna have to defend his lady at honor against 3-4 Raider fans. He about to get taken outside and get dog walked.
Yes, sir.
Okay? The unwritten rule of the involuntary ass whooping is in effect right there. She done talked him into getting his ass whooped on some model. Now, we got some basic rules amongst black people. We all know. When I start saying it, all y'all gonna know.
Okay.
Unwritten rules of the barbecue. We want to know who made what.
Potato salad.
No, we want to know who made everything.
Who on the grill?
Yeah, who on the grill?
Who did them beans?
Oh, Charlie cooking them links? No, I'm cool.
Who made the sauce?
You know, it's unwritten rules of the
Who on them
barbecue.
greens? Yeah.
Let me think about my family, man. Pause it. This is the first time I lost my train of thought ever did it. Shit. Oh man, it's the first time I ever lost my train of thought.
That's all right.
God damn.
My life is a loss of train of thought.
Man.
Yeah, I be bouncing from half thought to half thought.
Dude, because I'm thinking about something else that I'm gonna say next.
Yeah. Well, y'all, you know how often y'all redirect me in our text conversations?
I know.
Like y'all be like, "Hey man, you started here, man."
So you can cut this up, make it go all the way through, right? All right. So we'll go to the next unwritten rule.
Okay.
So I got another unwritten rule that I call the scrunchy principle.
Oh shit.
Okay?
Oh shit, not
Learn
good.
this in the hood. You ever seen the girl in the hood with the 2 scrunchies on the back with a little bit of hair coming out? Look like Woodstock off of Peanuts, right? And the white scrunchie a little dirty, so it's a little gray or tan. Don't fight her. She's undefeated. Nobody ever say shit. Everybody in the hood know. Don't fight that girl. Lakeisha gonna whoop your
And
ass.
she could barely get the hair in the scrunchie. She done caught some.
For those of you
Hey, don't race her either.
who don't recognize unwritten rules, you want some sucker shit.
You sucker, man.
Written rules.
You sucker.
All right.
See you later, sucker.
So long, sucker.
Yeah. All right.
So,
Hold up.
okay.
I got one more.
Don't talk shit to the fat dude.
Man.
Cause
Okay.
he gonna
All
kill
right.
you. He gonna kill your gear. He gonna kill your appearance.
Stay with me.
So listen, welcome back to Skinny Black's Lounge. I am the host, Rob, aka Skinny Black, and to my left,
Rennie. Yeah.
dope. To his left,
J, period, T, period. Pronouns too. Hi, Mom.
Cool. And to his left,
Ghost.
the ghost of Lebo
Lebo.
in the house.
Good to see you, brother. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're back in the house. Our man Rennie, aka Renoir, aka Tubbs, is in the back. You know what I'm saying? He was on the slave ship, you know, so when the seasons are in, when you got multiple seasons at once,
Yeah, man.
my man be doing his thing. Oh yeah, we hook up one for Lebo.
Yeah.
He might want to say something.
Yeah.
But listen, we got a couple of things we want to cover today. Circle of friends, turning 50. Just to let you know, I turned 50 recently. No telling when it's gonna get aired. But it got me in a different phase and space around valuing relationships, especially with my guys, being an only child, being, you know, I learned at an early age to value the relationships with my friends I have. So, and it just got enhanced as I got older. And so, you know, between the guys that came into this fraternity with, into different relationships we came into knowing Ren, then just life shit happens, right? Like oldest son, you know, finished his 3rd year of vet school. You know, it was great, you know, celebrating him. He about to turn 27. Damn. Yeah. Y'all. And my oldest son is the same birthday as JT. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, youngest son, Dio, behind the boards, has been experiencing some physical challenges lately. So, you know, all that shit put you in a space of, you know, your purpose, valuing life, valuing friendships, and
Reflection.
valuing the time that we have here. Yeah, and reflecting on how precious the time is and who we spend it with, right? So I'm gonna lay that there, and we'll jump off. And what's your thoughts, brother?
You know, I've always tried to balance that, the reflection portion of it, not get lost in that point, because I was always around people that were always, the mentality was always as you're young as you feel, and then whatever energy you put towards maintaining that youthfulness is up to you, and it should be a focus of yours. So, you know, my grandfather, you know, we were rolling, and I mean working 85, 86, like in it. And I mean up on a roof, replacing, tarring a roof and repairing things and things like that. At the same time, you don't want to get all the way and not recognize these milestones. And reflection is good, you know, so you can evaluate and, you know, and have a better understanding of how to move forward and acknowledge some things, you know, acknowledge accomplishments, acknowledge, you know, these milestones and getting past them, because some people don't get the opportunity to do it. So, you know, I also turned 50, and I've never gave weight to any numbers and things like that. But I do have to understand that it's a recognizable number in the eyes of other people. But I like to keep it in the space of, you know, if I'm not celebrating every day, then I need to figure out how to get into that space of that daily recognition of being excited to be here and being excited to have the opportunity to go forward and create a pathway to continued happiness for myself, you know, as opposed to these, you know, I mean, it's good to have these goals and things like that, but it has to be about a daily manifestation. And that was something that, you know, between watching my grandfather do it diligently and watching the appreciation of my uncles and the women in my family sacrificed a lot to say, you know, to themselves, hey man, just happy to be here. And, you know, my family's a very big family, so they do these enormous text groups. And, you know, they're older, so, you know, they'll hit reply all, and the text group will break from 20 to 19. 18, and then that daily morning text that starts off at 4:50 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 7 Eastern, because they're all over the place. We'll morph it to 20 different text groups, but I can appreciate the sentiment because it's just them starting their day with a great positive reflection. And although I am the unreligious, I still can appreciate the energy that goes forth with wishing love and success and happiness to your family members. And I have an understanding that it's a lot of people don't wake up to anything at all. So I'm quite excited to get awakened at 4:50 a.m. with the
That's love.
with the praises due to whatever deity
man.
that they're down with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First of all, brothers are looking good for your age. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
So, what it looks like if your daddy would have stayed. But you look like a wreck. But when you get a little older, at least for me, I won't speak for other people, but for me, you start to prioritize different things. You start to understand what's important, what's real, and what's not. We are sold a bill of goods in this life and in this world about what's important and what gives you status and what's supposed to make you happy. And I remember listening to Jim Carrey, and he says, my hope is that everybody gets rich so they can start to find out what's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, I don't want people to be poor, but there's a big gap between rich and poor. And then in between is where most of us are.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be comfortable and have a great life if you drop the mindset of, I gotta look way up here what they selling. The things that I chased in my 20s and my 30s, I no longer chase now, right? And I've also pared down things to a much more simple life, right? One of the things you said you want to hit on is the circle. The circle is really a reflection of what's inside of you.
Mm.
When you take the excesses out of yourself, you don't need the excesses outside of yourself, right? So one of my greatest joys is to sit alone, light some candles, and look out at the ocean, at the lights.
Beautiful.
By myself, and every now and then I pop the record player open, throw on some music, and I just chill, right? You could have not gotten me to do that in my 20s, because I was too frantic,
Yeah.
right? But I appreciate the calm and the peace now in a way that I didn't, right? That's just like, that immediately pops in my head. Some people call it maturity. I don't think it's maturity. I think it's something else.
Evolution.
It's not maturity.
Yeah, it's evolution.
Right? But that prioritizing and learning yourself and understanding, I don't need none of this. Okay, this is nice to have. I want this, da 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 da. But if it does not happen, I'm self-contained and I'm good. You know, and there is a peace that comes over you when you hit that in life. And it can happen, for some people it happens when they're 25. Other people, it doesn't happen their entire lives.
Right.
And their lives are chaos and frantic until the day they lay down. And I feel bad for those folks.
Some people are comfortable in that chaos.
Some people are that chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they know.
Yeah.
Been
So-
in relationships with them.
Yeah.
I think we all have. What? How do you feel like you are different from pre-50 to post-50?
I had to learn to let go of things. Things that you hold on to that destroy you, that eat away at you. That was probably my biggest thing. Like, why am I choosing misery for myself?
Let the razor wire go.
Yeah, exactly. This person, and it was a perception thing. It doesn't even necessarily mean the person wronged me. You know what I mean? They may not have done anything definitive. It's just my perception
Yeah.
that they wronged me, you know, which means they didn't do what I wanted them to do in a specific space, you know. A lot of it, you know, I would say half of my, those axes that I had to grind were some self-inflicted, you know, things that I had brought on myself. And then I was carrying them with me for absolutely no reason. And so anytime there was a point of reflection or something that triggered that, you know, it would immediately put me in a space, a very negative space. And it was all self-inflicted. And so you get to that point where I think the biggest thing, right, when I got a divorce, so it's 10 years. So I would say after that, I was always in my entire life. I used to do this with like teaching and coaching and things like that all the time, but I never put it in practice in my entire life. I'd be like, man, what did I contribute to this space? Something just devolved and went south. Even if I know the person was completely out of control, I would immediately assess, and this is what I do now. Man, what did I contribute to this?
Yeah, that's great.
How was these set of circumstances avoidable? And sometimes I come up with hey man, it was unavoidable.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was unavoidable, but you still need to go through the process of evaluation to get to that point. And that's the biggest thing, you know, turning everything inward first and then working my way outward to figure out, you know, what I did in this space to contribute to what was happening around me. And then also, man, nigga, just let it go. Just let it go.